claim Manford as home. It's west of Tulsa, small town. If you were to go there, you would want to eat at Wynn's Cafe and Grill. We live on a lake. It's kind of the vibe where you get on the lake, or you before the lake, you eat breakfast, then go, or after you can hop over there. So it's both ways. It's phenomenal. Whatever you want. It's bar food, but it is a absolute vibe. And I love that question. I don't think I've ever been asked that question.
I'm just such a foodie, and I just like I think I build our vacations around like where we're gonna eat.
I
I
love that.
look at menus just for fun. So I love that question. Now, with you guys being on a lake, is there like a fish fry involved, or
Yeah.
is it all year round, or is it just during Lent? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's really we weren't a part of a lot of fish fries. My other town I grew up in my first 14 years was Eufaula, and there was a
Okay.
lot of fish fries there, and that was also on the lake. And the food place there would be Boomerang Diner. That's where you'd want to go there. So you got double trouble. But in Manford, no, it was really you just pulled up, get everybody gets their boats out, get on the party beach, and just hang out. So, but yeah, in Eufaula we had some fish fry stuff going on.
Yeah, so that place by us is called Port Edwards,
Oh
and
yeah,
you bring your boat right up, and it's a fun time.
it's
There's
the best.
lots of fun stories that we're not going to get into on the
I
interview that has happened there. But
love that.
I know just from following you and your story, you are a big sports guy as
Yeah.
well, and kind of got, I feel like a lot of Midwestern Southern kids did the whole sports thing. So kind of talk with me about, your early life playing sports,
Yeah.
kind of how music started to get sprinkled in a little bit.
Yeah. So it was pretty much like my whole life. My dad was a coach, my uncles are coaches, my grandpa's in the Hall of Fame of coaching in Oklahoma. So like sports is pretty much my whole life. As soon as I like early memories playing basketball, playing soccer, playing football, playing baseball, all of it. Anyways, I really started to focus on basketball, which is not the best idea. I'm not a very big guy. So, basketball is a big sport, but I've always kind of liked to be an underdog. I'm going to say that's why I went with that one. So, yeah, basketball became very important to me, and spent all my summers really starting in sixth grade, where there was no off time. Like you get out of season and then you're playing all around the United States, which was a blessing and so fun. Still have those friends, those memories, and yeah, went on to go and play in college. Got blessed to get a scholarship to play in college, and ended up getting injured there, and then get healthy to come back and play, and we get sent into quarantine. And that's where I started doing music. Seriously, I grew up in the church singing a little bit, and would help lead singing a little bit, so I knew how to sing and play like with the piano, but it was never going to be the thing. I was going to go either be playing Europe and then teach and coach like all my family does, which is a great life, or that was just the plan. And then God had different plans, so I started doing music, and that's literally it started in quarantine.
That's wild. I
Yeah.
want to talk about quarantine and mental health because unfortunately, I think they go hand in hand, uh,
Totally.
which is nuts. But you've been very open about the importance of mental health in your personal journey and kind
Mm.
of how it helps you approach your music. Can you talk to me about that a little bit?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm a massive advocate for mental health. And reason being is because my whole pretty much 19 years was not speaking up. And I thought it made me weak, and I thought it would go away. And I would have vices like going to play a game or going to get shots up or going to whatever the case may be. I always just pushed it off and thought it made me look weak. And I'm very vulnerable about that till we get sent into quarantine. And now I'm not in with my teammates, and I'm not in a social, and I can't go play basketball games, and I can't do what I had done. That's the first time I had to sit with it and find out like, oh, this is horrible. Um, I think I need to speak up.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. And that changed my life, because I found out that I wasn't alone, and that a lot of people are going through the same thing or similar things, to where if we can talk it out and help each other, at the end of the day, we're going to feel better. And that's once I got to see that side. Number one, I was like frustrated my whole 19 years. I hadn't been doing that, because there was just a lot of frustration and stuff, sadness that never people didn't know. And now I'm very vulnerable about it. And you know, before I like the earliest memory I have of it was in quarantine. I still didn't know about speaking up, but I knew if I wrote music, it could be act like I was like, does he mean that or is he just saying it? But it was really my way to get it out. And then I saw people connect and say, I'm feeling this way and I'm feeling this and I feel the same way. This is saving me. And I was like, oh, this is a community. This is for real. I'm not alone. Ever since then, I'm like, mental health is so important. You're not alone. You're not weak if you speak up. Being vulnerable is a strength, is a superpower. And I'm all for it. And the main reason is because I used to not do it. And now I'm on the other side. And I know like it is so important and it is so valuable to everybody. I think everyone should do it. So I just want to say from my side, yeah, let's speak up because it's amazing.
Well, now that you find yourself in such a stressful and fast-paced industry like the lovely music industry, how do
100%.
you feel like you maintain balance, but protect your mental well-being as well?
Oh, it's a great question. I think a lot of it has to do on my end of sometimes just getting away, because music can really, I mean, it can swallow you. It's a blessing to do it for a living. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's not. But I think getting away from writing, recording, whatever the case may be, going to be my how I do it is going to be with my family and my friends. That is huge to me, family time, and I'm talking like I don't have my phone. I don't have it with me. It's like stays up in my room or stays. It's not going. And then just being locked into family time and then friends. Um, that's really what helps me and kind of brings me back to earth and just like let's slow it down and then it fills my cup and then I'm ready to rock and get back on the road and write and record whatever the case may be. But family time has been really really big for me.
And I feel that that's me. I'm always, my family refills my cup. There's 35 of us, and
Wow.
uh, it's exhausting, but it's so nice just to put your phone away. But I feel like, speaking of quarantine and, other things that have come out of that, whether it's, talking about mental health and kind of losing that stigma, social media because of quarantine has completely changed,
100%.
especially in the music industry. Can you talk to me a little bit about maybe some pros and some cons that you've seen, especially with social media and the rise of, platforms like TikTok?
Sure. No, the definitely the first pro was for me, like I said, writing it and people connecting so quickly. It's just it was able to get out to multiple places. And that was very helpful because I didn't know anyone in the music industry. It was like I was all athletic side. So to have that was huge. It was like, okay, I can reach people. So I think that's a huge pro. I think cons, from my opinion, is just everything is a lot of it is not reality. It's like perfected and everyone. Yeah, it's a lot of comparison game. Like comparison is a thief of joy. But I catch myself like I'll see a video that just on my For You page and it like can ruin my hour or my day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing good. That would be the con, and that's just not the truth. It's really not. In ways you can use it as motivation, but I think that's probably the biggest negative. And then you mean I had to figure this out. Just there's a lot of like internet bullies. That's probably a big con. Is like they can say whatever they want and they don't even have to have a profile picture, but it can still hurt your feelings a little bit. So I had to figure out just like I don't have to read all these comments, or you know what, this is the thing, if you really go through comment sections, in my case I was like a lot of these are positive, these are really good stuff, and then they'll let that one little bad apple make me upset, and I'm like, okay, but what about the other 99 good stuff, good comments? So you gotta take it with a grain of salt, the bad stuff, and keep it pushing. But I'd say the biggest pro is just how big the platform and how helpful it is to get your music out. It's quicker than it's ever been. And then yeah, the cons are that. But I think there's a lot of pros.
Yeah, at least you're not on like Bama Rush Talk, because
Right.
it's like all
Exactly.
that's all mine is right now is
Yeah.
that, and like that damn lizard.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's all. I'm like, what is going on? And then I don't know if you've seen my other favorite one right now is, because I'm a theater nerd, is the Hamilton. Have you
I
seen
haven't seen it.
Girls? Okay, so you know Hamilton the
Yeah.
musical.
Yeah.
So these girls are like dressing up in Hamilton cosplay and they're like pretending to sneak out of the house to one of their songs. It's the funniest
Oh,
thing.
wow.
How do all these people have like Revolutionary War garb, like just ready to go?
It's unbelievable. I don't know. It's like, that's the other thing is it's so creative. I mean, there's so many creative people to where like pro and con pro, it will spark a little flame in you if you're a creative. You're like, okay, this is awesome. And then con, you won't be able to get off the app because it's so entertaining. So it's just like, golly, it's like
My phone's
get
like,
you
you
in.
hit your limit for the day. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh crap, it's
My
time
bad.
for dinner.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
But another big pro for you is Lasso. I feel like it is such a great way now with the music industry for you to kind of test your ideas and to feel things out. And you know, what surprised you the most about that song kind of gaining the traction it did?
I think I think people what surprised me the most was how quick it caught on. It was pretty wild. I remember I had a post, my first post, and it did well. It was like 5,000 likes, which is really nice. And I was like, okay, that's good. And then I had like another video, and it was like boom, like 100,000, and I'm like, wow. So something's connecting here. And that was the craziest thing to me. And then to see how many people started using the sound. Was like that was big. I hadn't seen it that quickly like that. I was like, okay, so this is the summer song for sure, and like I think we dropped it at a perfect time because we were going right into summer, and everyone was getting that little feeling you get when it's about to get hot and get on the water, and you're about to go to your club or your line dancing, whatever. And so that I think we nailed the timing. And then the dance was crazy. The line dance taking off was like definitely, I've never had a song do that. That helps because the line dancing world is like huge, and I didn't even know about it till I got into it. And I'm like, oh, this is a whole nother world. So that was amazing.
I love it. How do you feel like the song's success has maybe changed things for you creatively? Do you feel like you're going to approach how you tease songs or roll out songs differently, or are you just feeling blessed and just going to keep chugging?
Yeah, I say I feel blessed. I really do. I when how I like to create is just naturally and like not forcing. And that's what we did with that song. I mean, we wrote it in like 30 to 40 minutes. And it flowed out, and it was just natural. We were just feeling that way. It was a good day. I think it was like a Thursday. I don't remember for sure, but Thursdays just feel good. You're getting close to the weekend. And so yeah, it was a blessing. It was awesome. And I just keep chugging. I just keep whatever feels right. Let's go.
I love it. So let's talk about the line dance.
Yeah.
I am 7 months pregnant, so I will not be line dancing anytime soon.
Congrats.
Thank you. But I feel like the dance has really taken on a life of its own.
Yeah.
How did that start? And, how does it make you feel that fans are really kind of latching onto it and bringing their own energy? I feel like for me, that is the ultimate stamp of approval. Like, okay, Spotify streams are nice, but I have a line dance.
That is so true. I remember. So we had a dancer out of Nashville be in the music video. And that helped because I mean, she's dancing. She made a dance up, and it was amazing. Um, and then what was so wild was I started seeing different locations have different dances. Like I would see a video in Arizona and they're doing their own dance. And then there was a Minnesota doing their own dance and a Chicago. And I'm like, oh, I mean, this is like insane. Like you said, I've never had a line dancing song, but I found out if you can nail a line dancing song, you're going to be around for a long time in that place because more people start doing it, and you got to play it because it gets popular. So that was an absolute blessing. Yeah, I think all the different places doing it kind of just caught on, and then made people want to be like, okay, so what's the official dance? And that I leave that up to the people. I leave that up to the people. I love them all, so I love them all. Whatever you guys choose, that's great with me. But I think it's incredible to see people put their own twist on it and just be creative with it. It truly like makes me happy. I can that's my TikTok. I can just go through and just be like, this is amazing. This one's amazing. That's amazing. It's just so cool to see people put their own twist on something that I created.
Is there one that you really want to learn? Or is that
Yeah, I
really
do want.
intriguing?
Yeah, I do want to learn the girl out of Arizona, Kaylin. And I'm gonna be in Phoenix in late August and meet her and try to go learn that one. I'm not good at line dancing at all, at dancing, but I will give it a shot.
I love it. But you are taking the show on the road, which I
Yeah.
think is so much fun. I feel like it's, easy to get burnt out, but I'm pretty sure like bringing your music to your fans is just so rewarding.
Yeah.
And you're going up to Canada, which I think is so much fun. I hope you get some poutine. Talk about being
Yes.
happy. Um,
Yes.
but what can fans expect from these shows? How's that set list coming?
It is energy packed. I am an energy ball. Like I said, I was in the sports background, and when I played, I was like the fast little guy. And now that that is not in my life, it is definitely went over to the stage. So like it's very very exciting. I would say, even if people come to the show and they don't know who I am, I want them to be like, that guy was crazy, like very energetic, very fun. But then there's the real side too, the vulnerable side. I play some slower songs about mental health. So you're getting like the real life emotion of like, let's have a party. And then, hey, for a couple of these, let's talk about real life stuff. Let's go to church for a little bit and then we'll bring it back. So I think it's going to be a real show. It's going to be exciting and fun. I think it's going to be fun. I hope people leave being like, I want to go do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are there any cities or maybe specific venues that you're really excited to get on that stage?
Yeah, I've only been to Toronto last year, maybe 2 years ago, for like 14 hours. Then we had to go to another place. I think Rhode Island or something. So I'm excited to get back in Canada, anywhere in Canada. I think it's so cool to like, even though it's neighboring, it's like to be in another country and see how it connects there is always really fun. And then I'm playing. I just announced my hometown show. I've never played in Tulsa. And so that's going to be my first show back home with my friends and family. And they've always been asking me like, why have you not came? Why are you not in Oklahoma? And so to finally put that out was like a weight off my shoulders. Like it's going to be an insane show. So I'm excited for the Tulsa show the most.
You're going to need like some exclusive merch for that stop.
No doubt. No, we're going to treat them absolutely well as we should.
So, new music, I feel like
Yeah,
there's so much momentum behind you right now, which is again a blessing and a curse. You feel the
sure,
need to maybe keep that train a chugging. But
sure.
can fans expect new music soon? What can you tell me without getting in trouble?
Yeah, great
I always
question.
say that. I'm
I
like, that
love that.
covers my butt. That covers your
I
butt.
love that. Thank you for that. Yes. I lots of new music, a lot. And I've been dropping music a lot actually recently, even past Lasso. Um and so I've always kind of been that way. I want to keep my people entertained. Like you can love Lasso, but then check this. There's a new song right here and a new one right here. So I would say lots of new music and a really good amount before the end of the year. That's what I would say.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
my follow-up question, and I hope this is vague enough it won't get either of us in trouble. How would you describe the direction the new material is taking? Are you
Oh,
gonna
love
slow
that.
it down a little bit? Are we getting
Yeah.
some funky fresh? What are you
I
thinking?
love that. I would say swagger,
Oh, I
uh, exciting, party, and then I don't forget my roots. I still go back to like the ballad side. There's ballads coming on the way, and like it's just real. That's kind of how I've always been. If you go back, I've never deleted my catalog. And I'm telling you, the early music is not very good, but it's everywhere. You're getting like a really up tempo, and then the next week I'm dropping a ballad. I've always been that way. That's how I listen to music. So whenever I got into the space, I'm like, I'm gonna do that because every day people are going through different emotions. Like someone might need to be happy, someone might be sad, someone whatever's going on, and I want my music to be like, this is for everybody. So I would say it's definitely leaning towards like a very, very fun, exciting swagger type vibe. But I didn't forget about we still have the sad side that peeks in every once in a while.